I'm Candace Bourdain, and this is Fitness and Harmonies. Use fire to thaw your emotional response. We've all felt frozen lately. We've all felt like there's no sweet spot between going out and doing a lot or just staying in and being held. We've been sort of in the middle. Is it time? Is it not? So let's do a couple of poses, a real quick little vinyasa flow exercise so that we can repeat to the self, I have the power. I am strong. I am able to make decisions and to do the things to affect my health, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, and my spiritual health. It's time to reconnect. Grab a block and a yoga strap. If you don't have one of these yoga straps, you probably should get one because there's so many things we can do. So really quickly, we're going to take the yoga strap if you have it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You get the same benefit from many of these movements. And put both legs in. Looks a little weird at first, I know. Tighten the strap with the buckle so that the legs are this hip width apart. Grab a block. Come down to the floor. Lift the hips up by pushing through your feet and sliding this block underneath the lowest part of your hips so that you're fully supported. Your hips are like sitting on this block. Spin the shoulders open and the arm bones, palms up. Drop your chin down so you feel this bridge pose, supported bridge. Close your eyes and inhale. As you exhale, I want you to feel your body in a new shape. It's in a new shape. Inhale. When you exhale, wake up your nervous system. So feel like your feet and your hands, feel like your arms and your legs. When you exhale, remind yourself that I have the power to affect my mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. 2 more breaths. Each time you exhale, feel as if your chest is widening. So this pose, supported bridge pose, is to thaw your heart. We're going to slide this block out. Take the strap off. It's okay if I'm moving quickly and you're not keeping up. You'll get there. And when you get there, that's the right time. Come up and around. Come to hands and knees. Always support your spine with a strong abdominal core. So pull in. Feel like your muscles are tightening. Bring one hand to the center of the mat. Then take the other hand to the low back and spin the chest open. Again, we're opening up the chest. We're practicing the earth and the sky coming together inside the body. Take this top hand now and thread it underneath. Come to the back of your shoulder. Turn your head and put your head down to the floor. Take this other hand to your low back and just feel the spiral of energy up the back. 2 breaths. Walk your hands to the floor, come back up. Take this hand that was threaded under and bring it to the center of the mat. Take your other hand to the low back, spin the chest open, ground through this hand, and sky. Your eyes are looking up. So we're balancing the forces and building the strength of a fire in the nervous system to thaw the heart. Now take this top arm, stretch it up, and then thread it through, underneath, across, come to the back of your shoulder, land softly, safely, drop your head down. Then take this other hand to your low back and spin the chest a little bit open. So noticing the spiral. The purpose of this thread the needle, eye of the needle pose, is to remind us of that unity, all aspects of the self, the ground and the sky, the up and the down, the forward and back and side to side. Bring your hands to the floor, come up to hands and knees. Move through downward dog, that is turn your toes under, lift your hips and push your hips and your body weight back. Spin the arm bones open and pull the shoulders out wide and down. Then try straightening your legs. That's all that you really need to do here, is to try pushing your body weight back. A lot of people are up here. That's okay. That's just because they have really tight hamstrings. Bend your knees more, let your heels stay up, and push a little further back. So the movement here is in the shoulders, as long as you have the knees bent. If you have the legs straight, see, so many people do that. Their legs are like trying to be straight, and so they're up here. Then walk forward. Remember, always bend your knees. Bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees. Bring your hands to your knees. Roll up through the spine. Step the right leg forward. Angle the left leg backward. Pause there. See, I almost fell. Pause there, and then bend this front knee. Now drop down. Turn your hips, your ribs, and your chest towards, me. Stretch the arms out. Gaze with your eyes over these front fingertips. Now stretch these wings apart. Purpose of this warrior two pose is balance and creating a feeling of a big wheel, that the whole body is taking up all this space. Extend back like a big wheel, right? Now like a big wheel, cart wheel, go forward. Maybe hand to floor, hand to knee, hand to a block, and spin the chest open. Again, ground and sky. So we're honoring all aspects of the self, the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, and the mental. Now turn your body, bring your hands. If you can straddle this front leg, do that. If you can't, that's okay. Turn the back leg so hips are now square to the front. Come down to this low lunge. The purpose is to open up the front of this hip flexor. Release the back knee, step back to hands and knees. Push the hips back and into like a child pose or a heart pose. So melt your heart down into the floor. You have to like get these arms out of the way. Try to come down. That's opening up, thawing the heart. We've been frozen for too long. Come up to hands and knees. Splay the fingers out. Move to downward dog. Remember, you do that by pushing back and then maybe rising the hips up, spinning the arm bones open, and then stepping forward. Bend your knees, like really be generous with that, and then roll up. So this time we'll step the left foot forward, angle the right leg back. Then it's this knee, bend this knee. Find that bend in the knee so your hips are sitting down. Spin the hips, spin the ribs, spin the shoulders, stretch the arms out. Gaze over these front fingertips. Now take the shoulders and widen them out. Remember, it's like a big wheel. I'm trying to re-engage in the world, so I have to go out. I can't stay all curled in. I know you want to, but it's time. It's time to go out. Go backwards, so reverse back. Then like a big cartwheel, hinge forward. Now the hinge is coming as much from the hip as it is from the waist. And come down into this extended, eyes up to the sky, extended angle pose, eyes up to the sky, spine long. Keep digging down. Bring this top arm down, come down into that low lunge. Be really careful in your transition here. Hips square to the floor. Notice that we're doing physical activity mostly, but the goal is to wake up the nervous system so you can clear the clutter in the mind, all of the chaos, all of the hazards, all of that danger, and equalize so that the mind and the body, the spiritual and the mental, all of those things can come together. Come down, come around to a seated pose. Hold on to the front of the knees. Rock the pelvis forward, rock the pelvis backward. Do that a few times. Remember, we're making space so that there's a balance of energy, of effort, all the hard work and the things you have to do, and the ease, that feeling of relaxation, acceptance. in a positive flow. Come all the way down to the back. Take one knee into the chest. Hold on, if you can, to the back of the leg and stretch the leg up. Flex and point at the ankle. So a lot of times I'll tell you, you'll feel what
I'm not sure.
Toes are feeling. In order to feel what the toes are feeling, we have to send the nerves there. Now let's go to the other leg. So one knee to the chest. Try catching the leg behind and then try straightening that leg up. Point and flex so that we can feel all the way down to the toes. You should be able to feel the air between the toes, or at least at the ends of the tops of the toes. And relax all the way out into a relaxing, it's called Shavasana Pose. Exhale and melt the body completely. Exhale. Imagine yourself in a really great place. Someplace where you feel safe and secure, and everyone is moving in a way that supports each other. That all beings everywhere are getting the support, love, and compassion that they deserve. Soften your heart. Relax your mind. In your mind, imagine a place, a time, or a situation where you feel supported, where you feel accepted, where you can show up fully in your own unique and genuine way. Imagine that all beings everywhere are living harmoniously with one another. In your mind's eye, breathe through all beings everywhere. Generously take action in your world, in your own unique, skillful way to connect, to reconnect, and to re-engage with the world, with all beings. When you feel safe, when you feel still, absorb the feeling, the benefit, the lesson into your own body. So now from here, begin to roll to your side. Open your eyes. Push up and off the floor. Gently, kindly move back to a seated pose. Adjust your spine so that it's long, straight, and rising. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale and scoop the universe back into your heart, where you and I come together in that safe, healing space. I honor you there. Namaste. Thanks. Make sure that you check out more of my videos and my yoga and Pilates and personal training services on fitnessinharmony.com. Bye, everyone.